Hey coaches, happy Monday. Okay, I was thinking about something over the weekend and I was listening to a call that really hit home about it, and so I wanted to share it with you guys because my goal for you is that you are better coaches than me, that you get to where I am faster than I did. And the way for you to do that is for me to share with you what I've done, my mistakes, what I've learned, and hopefully you can kind of have a faster growth than I did. Okay, so this is what I was thinking about. And you've probably heard this before because I've mentioned it on the wake up calls. But this business does not cost a lot to start, right? If you buy a challenge pack, it actually costs nothing. If you don't, it costs $40. And the problem with that is that we treat this business like it is a $40 business, some of us. And if we do that, what we're gonna get is a $40 income. You know, it's not very good, in other words. So we need to treat it like we invested thousands of dollars. So if you think of it like you were opening your own franchise, right? Do you know how much money it takes to open your own franchise? You have to have a lot of money to open it. And then you have to spend so much time and energy to get it going. And usually that first year, you don't see any kind of profit at all. But you put your heart and soul into it, and eventually you see great growth, right? But you have to do the work beforehand. And so this is what my experience. So I've been coaching for almost 2 years. And when I first signed up as a coach, I gave it all I had. I really did. I spent a lot of time doing it. And if I probably would have calculated out how much money I was making for how many hours I was working, I would be guessing that it would be less than a quarter an hour. It was probably not very good. But I had a very, very, very strong why for why I was doing it. And I knew my purpose. So I had a reason for getting up early and staying up late. And then some crazy things happened, and we moved to Texas from Arizona well, let me back up. So when I was putting in all this work, I moved my business very quickly. I became Emerald in about a week, maybe 2 weeks. Right away, I became Diamond in 4 months. I was 1-star Diamond, 2-star Diamond, and then 3-star qualifying really quickly, like within the first 9 months that I was a coach. So I had pretty good growth as a coach. And then when we moved about, it was about my 10-month, 11-month mark into coaching. And I still did my work. I still did my power hour, but it was just a hard move. It was a big transition, and my son was having a really hard time in school. So I had a really hard time keeping it going. And I kind of fell into the trap of doing the bare minimum. And then when that wasn't working for me, at my year mark came, and everyone says, you know, give this business a year. And I thought in my head, with as hard as I had worked, I should be making a 6-figure income. And when I wasn't there at my year, I was bummed. And I was like, okay, forget it. Like, this isn't worth it. I felt like my life was kind of falling apart. And I just said, I'm just going to do the bare minimum. I'm just going to do my power hour every day. And that's what I did. And I kind of focused a lot on my family, and I came up with excuses for why I didn't need to do this or do that for my business, and started to treat it like a $40 business. And what happened was I not only lost that momentum, but my business started to kind of lose traction. And I still was hitting Success Club, and I was still adding coaches here and there, and I was still doing my power hour, and I was still doing challenge groups and all that, but I was doing the bare minimum. So when I did my power hour, I'd invite 2 and shut it down and go to bed. You know, so I was doing what I could get away with. And I'm not saying that's bad. If you're building this business and you can only put in an hour a day, your business is still going to grow, but it's going to be slow. So I'm talking to those of you who know your why, and you're like, no, I want more out of this business. I know it's possible, and I want to get there faster. And that's where I started to pick up the spiel about, and I started to stop feeling sorry for myself, to stop comparing myself to others. Even if I started at the same time as them and their business was here and mine was here, I wasn't going to compare myself to them anymore. And I was just going to do what I needed to do to make it successful, because if you work hard now, you get to benefit from that later. So that's where I am now. I am busting my butt, and I'm treating this like a business that I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars, and it will pay off. It will. And I already see the momentum going and going and going. And once you get that momentum going, you're not going to have to work as hard. You're never going to have to work as hard at this business as you do at the beginning. So I just want you to know, we preach all the time, just do your power hour. Like, we give you the bare minimum, but that's the bare minimum. So if you are wanting to do that and that's all you can do in your life right now, that's fine. We will meet you wherever you are. It's going to take a little bit longer though. So if you're like, I have this why that's so powerful and so strong, and I need to hit it like ASAP, this business needs to become profitable for me, you're going to have to work harder. And I just wanted to give you that honest truth that it's up to you. It's up to you to decide. And it's been hard for me this summer. My husband's out of town for a month so far. He's leaving again in a couple days for another 2 weeks. And there have been days, a lot of days, when I have been with my kids all day, haven't slept well, been really tired, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and I haven't done my power hour yet. And my requirement is that I do more than my power hour now. So what do? Like, my bed looks pretty inviting. There's no one telling me I have to do it. I could very easily, and I have said in my mind a couple times, I'll just do extra tomorrow. But that's not what I'm doing anymore, because if I want something I've never had, I have to do something that I've never done, and that is be consistent. And my goal is to do invites, like 2-3 power hours Monday through Friday, like a day. So I'm not just doing the bare minimum. Monday through Friday, there are no excuses for me. And on the weekends, I still work. I'm still posting. I'm still returning messages. I just give myself a break on the invites on Saturday and Sunday, unless I'm really pushing hard, and then I do it then too. So sometimes it's required me turning on really loud music, doing jumping jacks, standing on my head so that I can get my power hour, like prying my eyes open to return some of these messages. That's what it's required. So I'm just telling you that I want you guys to succeed. I want you to get to the place where you want to be. I want your dreams to come true for you, but it's going to require more than the bare minimum. So stop treating this like a business that's just going to be handed to you on a silver platter, because it's not. And you're going to have to work really hard. And I know you can do it. I know every single one of you is beyond capable. I know how talented and awesome you are, and how many lives you are going to change. So just get out there, and when you have the excuse in your head, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, I want you to tell yourself that you are gonna treat this business like it's your own franchise, like you own this business and you've invested money in it, and you're going to invest the time. So it's gonna require sacrifice. You maybe aren't gonna be able to watch TV every night, but it's for a short time. And when you get to the place where you have financial freedom to do whatever you want, it's going to be worth it. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Sorry it became a little long. Have a great day. Bye.